Hi, I'm Beth and
And I'm Katie Morgan Taylor.
welcome to the Junior Tennis Talk. Uh, Today we're going to talk about 2026 and some updates. There may be more coming down the pipeline, but for now, we just thought it would be helpful to put some things on your radar as you are planning, I would assume, for 2026. And hopefully you'll find this information helpful. So we're going to go through a change to the SuperSport sportsmanship campaign that we've been running since 2024. So we have an update on that. We'll have access to the junior schedule. We're going to talk about the Mid-America Mashup, a new event, which is going to be a a level 3 closed Valley Team Championship. Katie's going to talk about our level 5s, which we're going to flight, 2 of them, and some education opportunity for our boys and girls 12s. All right, our SuperSport campaign. As many of you know, we did award tickets to the 2025 US Open to Charlie Faulkner from St. Louis. And Charlie had the most nominations through the Match Tennis app from January 1st through June 30th of this year. So congratulations to Charlie. But Katie and I were reflecting on the nominations for the last couple of years, and we didn't feel that it was fair that players that received nominations through the fall weren't receiving credit for those nominations towards the opportunity to win that grand prize, so the ticket to the US Open. So we are going to shift the date range for the campaign moving forward. So the US Open trip for 2026 is going to be awarded to the junior player who has the most sportsmanship nominations from January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2025. We get a report through the Match Tennis app that tallies that total for us. So we will be able to award 2 tickets to the US Open around January 1st, 2026. We will continue to award prizes for sportsmanship on a quarterly basis. So actually quite a few of you should have received our SuperSport Beach Towel. It's really cute. It's kind of very similar color to our background screen here. And anyone who, and it is cumulative through the year, has 6+ nominations will receive that SuperSport towel. But if you've already gotten one, then you'll receive a $50 credit to the Missouri Valley store. So on that, you can buy a hat, USTA Missouri Valley, gear that says USTA Missouri Valley, some odds and ends, but that just gives you an opportunity to get some swag to wear to your tournaments. And then moving forward, again, just want to make sure it's understood that there's no more awarding a US Open trip on a 6-month period of data. We will be awarding it on a 12-month of total cumulative sportsmanship nominations. So again, the 2027 US Open trip for 2 will be awarded January 2027 based on 2026 results. We have published a prior tennis talk interviewing Sky Matatali, our winner from last year, who also just won the Bill Talbert Sportsmanship Award, which is a renowned award on the national level. So congratulations to her. But in that tennis talk, we do delve in a little bit more into how to nominate somebody for the SuperSport Award. Okay, so we have published our 2026 calendar. So this, actually I should say it may or may not be available online, but Katie and I have shared the information out in emails. So as you can see up here, this little duck right here, somebody is on here taking a look and planning ahead for 2026. So what is missing from this calendar right now is going to be the links to register. but you will at least have the dates as well as the deadlines. The locations of the tournaments will correspond here. Wherever this check mark is going to be the division that site is hosting. So in our indoor season, because it's cold and we do have weather issues in the Midwest, we move our tournaments indoors. So oftentimes we're limited by the number of courts that we have. And so it is required of us to usually go between 6 to 8 sites for each tournament in order to make sure all the divisions are hosted. So right now, because we have awarded the tournaments, the process is that the tournament directors will have to submit a tournament sanction. It's also an application is another word that's used. Those applications are due by September 12th. At that time, Caitee and I go in and we review all the information to make sure that it's correct. And then we publish that tournament. Once those applications are received, they're reviewed and they're approved and published, then Caitee and I will start putting the links to register in these boxes here. So we'll make that really easy for you. So for any tournament director that is submitting those sanctions early, we will start going in and approving those. So it is possible that you may start to see some links start to populate in the next week or so, but I would hope that in 1 month from now, really hope we will have most of these ready to go. And one update that I do need to make on here is going to, or maybe you already did it for me, Caitee. The July team tournament. Yep, she already did it. Awesome. Okay, Outlaw Fortune. You're so good, Caitee. Thank you. All right, team tournaments. So I wanted to kind of go through what everyone loves the team events. So we want to make sure that we continue with those themes for 2026 with one exception. But as far as what we did this year, we will continue to do Battle of the Mississippi, which is a level 2 intersection. It's intersectional. It's going to be a mixed dom duo. We will continue the level 5 teams, which are also mixed dom duos. Players like that format because both players, because it's mixed gendered, they both get to play for line 1 or position 1 points. So they get to play for the maximum number of ranking points for that level. So that's why we offer those formats. We will also offer the level 4 team, which is a gender dom duo. That's in November of this year, and it will continue to be in November next year. But new this for 2026. Traditionally, we had a 32-player draw, level 3 close that takes place in October. What we're doing next year is that we're going to take the September level 4 and we're moving it indoors into that October time slot. And then we're going to move the level 3 closed to Labor Day weekend, and we're going to make it a team championship. And I'll give more information on that. But the goal was really to mirror, and some of our older players remember zonals and how much fun that was. So we're going to do our best to mirror that format next year. So please make note of that. Your level 3 close will be over Labor Day weekend in 2026. The level 4 intersectional, we've done that the last 2 years. It's the Mid-America mashup. That event is canceled. It, in theory and on paper, looked really good. But the reality is that players are just not willing to travel for that tournament. This year, Missouri Valley hosted the boys and girls 16, and we had 17 players withdraw once the teams were posted. So that really created a lot of havoc. We had a great tournament director who has years of experience. He's very positive. He said it was the most stressed and the worst tournament he's ever run, just because of all the player withdrawals. So I had a call with the other 3 sections that participated in this tournament. One had to cancel because it didn't fill. The boys and girls 12 didn't fill, so it was canceled. And the boys and girls 14s and 18s had to similar experience to the 16s. And no one was willing to do that again to a tournament director. So I'm not saying that that level 4 intersectional won't come back. It's possible it will. If it comes back, it's more likely going to be a section realignment. So trying to align with sections that are a little bit closer to Missouri Valley, a little bit easier to get to. But for now, it's not going to be offered in 2026. Okay, our level 3 closed. Right now we're calling it the Valley Team Championship. Hopefully that sticks and we may come up with another name, but for now, that's what we're calling it. So again, this is going to be Labor Day weekend next year. The boys and girls 12 and 14s will be in Springfield at Cooper, and the boys and girls 16s and 18s will be in Topeka at Crossover. So we are going to accept 24 players per age division, and there will be 8 teams total. So, and there's going to be 12 players per team. So a team is going to consist of, so we're going to use the boys and girls 12s as an example. Of those 8 teams, each team will have 3 girls 12s, 3 boys 12s, 3 boys 14s, and 3 girls 14s. We're going to run that in a round robin with playoff format. So every player, and this is assuming the draw fills, so come on, Missouri Valley players, I need to make sure you register for this. We will be able to offer every player 4 singles matches and 4 doubles matches. So there'll be more information to come on that, including the possibility of having a coach for each team. We'll have player parties. There's a lot in the works to really make this team event elite and a lot of fun. So again, there'll be more information to come, but make sure you mark that on your calendar. All right, Caitee.
All right, so we're going to look really quickly at the flighted level 5s. So this past year, we've piloted, well, so far 1 this year, flighted level 5, and we have 1 more to come at the end of September. And what it is we accept 32 players per division, and we take those players and we split them into 2 draws of 16, and we split them by WTN. So the higher, you have a flight 1 with higher WTNs and a flight 2 with the lower WTNs. From there, each flight is 16 players, and they play a compass draw. So as long as one of the big benefits of the compass draws, as long as these draws fill and we get 32 players or 16 for each division, everybody's guaranteed 4 singles matches, which is huge. And then we also do doubles at these events, but doubles is still single elimination. And that's where we combine all 32 players into 1 draw. So you could have up to 16 teams and go from there. So just looking into next year, we have 2 again. So in June 20th to 22nd, we'll have our 12s and 14s in St. Louis at Dwight Davis and our 16s, 18s in Oklahoma City. And then in September, we'll have our 12s, 14s in Oklahoma City and our 16s, 18s in Edmond, Oklahoma. So, yeah. And another change we're making into 2026 is we want to add a little bit more education to our younger players and parents. Coming to the boys and girls 12s can be scary, difficult, whatever you want to look at it. Especially as you're trying to start navigating a little bit higher level tournaments. So our first L5 in the winter, January 31st through February 1st, we've closed it this year as well, so it's only open to our Missouri Valley players. We are going to include some parent spectator meetings, do a little of the player development education, and then have a player party. Just make it a little more fun for these 12s and encourage you guys to play, and then just educate you on what USTA tennis can be and is for your player. So,
thank you. Yep. Okay. And as always, feel free to reach out to me or to Caitee with any questions. We'd love to be used as a resource. So by all means, we're here for you if you need us. And we also have been publishing other tennis talks. So if you're new to listening, please go back and check out these other talks. There's really great information. Our goal is that when we find that we're getting a lot of questions in a certain area, then we go, okay, well, this needs to be a topic for one of our talks. So sometimes we did have a schedule, but we pivot a lot really based on issues that are coming up, questions that are coming up, topics that we're hearing are important to our players, their parents and coaches. So lots of great information here. This QR code will take you to the YouTube page. You can subscribe there. And then you'll be notified, I believe, through YouTube that a new talk has been posted. But we also make sure that we post this information on our social channels. So USTA Missouri Valley on Instagram, it will be posted there, as well as our junior advisory panel page, Instagram page. So those are other ways to be notified when a talk is published and ready to view. So one last time, again, if you have any questions, please always feel free to reach out to me or reach out to Caitee. We're here to help. Thank you.
Thank you.